Hi everyone, I am not out of the country. What else could have happened to me? I'm alive, I'm doing well. So I have not been on YouTube in quite some time, but if you guys aren't interested in my little recap right now and you want a little more detail, you can go through my Instagram posts, and I kind of talked about what's been going on the past few months. YouTube just hasn't been quite as much of a priority for me with some of the different things that were going on the past couple of months and just craziness that happened this past month with travel. But things have been very good the past couple of months. So I've gotten a few comments, a few messages here on YouTube. If you don't follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, I have been posting updates there. So if you want a more detailed recap, then I would encourage you to go over there. I'll put the link in the description box below. But I wanted to make this video because I wanted to do a little bit of a summary for my YouTube people on what's been going on and why I haven't been doing YouTube videos, and also what my plans are now and like what I've been up to. So this video, I don't want to get into too much detail. So one reason I haven't been on YouTube quite as much is YouTube tends to be a little bit, how do I put this? A little bit of like a troll paradise. So Instagram, I think it's a bit harder to be, you can be anonymous there. Facebook, it's a bit harder to be anonymous, but YouTube seems to be the place where people who like to be anonymous tend to congregate and leave all kinds of comments and opinions on your life. So for me, just when I'm going through things, I don't like to be on YouTube a lot because it's like I don't want to be sharing and then have people's opinions when I really don't want another person's opinion when I'm going through things, because you shouldn't be relying on internet strangers. And as much as I say that, and I say you shouldn't be taking into consideration other random people's opinions, still, I'm human. If I read a really weird, nasty comment, giving opinions about me, it still does affect me. And so generally my rule on Instagram or Facebook, I usually just delete them and just block the person if it's a rude comment. And I do the same for YouTube, but they just tend to be, I'd say, a bit more negative on YouTube. And so in order to just eliminate any sort of negativity in that regard, I just haven't been posting updates. So I'm gonna give you guys a little recap and so just tell you kind of what's been going on. So the last time I was on here, my video was talking about some health things that I was going through, kind of just a funk that I was in, a lack of motivation, a lack of desire to really train much or how I had been before. And so it was a bit of a difficult time. And without going into detail after detail after detail, if you want more detail, go to my Instagram, go to my Facebook and look at those posts. Instagram would probably be the best place because you can read through the captions of what I've been, the past like month or so, if you really are interested. But essentially, I feel like my dog Stanley's gonna start barking. Stanley, don't start barking. You always do this when I make a video. He's just looking at me like, I'm gonna start barking when I want to start barking. Don't start barking. He's looking at me. I wish I could like flip this. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Anyways, so Stanley's still doing well. He was actually sick last week, which was really, really scary. When your dogs get sick, I don't know, anyone else, like I'm like, oh my God, because they can't tell you what's going on. They can't talk to you. Anyways, so the past couple of months, I was having some health concerns, some energy issues, but I was getting a bit of misinformation from some different sources. So without naming names or like going into detail or anything or like what I did specifically, essentially I was getting a bit, there were certain things that I thought I had, or certain things that I thought I was going through that I actually wasn't really going through. And so I found a wonderful doctor, Dr. Bailey. He's at Grandview Pro Fitness. If you guys live in Columbus, Ohio, I would encourage you to go see him. He is like in crazy good shape, He's very knowledgeable. He's not a typical like doctor that you think of who maybe doesn't have knowledge of like the fitness thing or macros or all that sort of thing or nutrition. Like he's very knowledgeable. So Dr. Bailey, if you also are interested in getting DEXA scans for your body fat, your body composition in Columbus, Ohio, they offer them there for $75 or for $250, I think for $250 for a package of, I can't remember how many, maybe 4. So really good deal. DEXA scans are going to be, there's still margin of error, but it's going to be a very, or a more accurate measure of getting your body composition than something like calipers. It's more accurate than that. It's going to be more accurate than probably a bod pod, underwater weighing, and so there's a few different ways you can get body composition done. But DEXA is one of the more accurate. It's still margin of error for sure, but still a good basis of information to have. So you can also get your bone density from a DEXA. You can also get your VO2 max. They offer at Grandview Pro Fitness. They offer VO2 max, RMR, resting metabolic rate. What else do they offer? Oh, he also does Skype consults. So anyways, so Dr. Bailey, Grandview Pro Fitness, go there and they have an amazing gym attached to the facility, and that's where I've been training. So he gave me sound advice. I changed up my training and nutrition to more support what I was going through. The main thing that I was going through during this difficult time were a few hormonal things. I ended up taking about a month off from the gym. That helped. My body was able to rest, to recover. I really started focusing on getting back to actually eating the way that I know I should be eating, fueling my training, and not being inconsistent. I preach it over and over, but consistency is the name of the game. I got back on a consistent training program. I got back on a consistent nutrition program. So I actually, interestingly, had a DEXA scan done kind of in the middle of my time off. I took about a month off from weight training, and my body fat was about 16%, and then I had another DEXA scan done, so I started training. I'm back to training really hard. I'm feeling a lot better. I've been working with Dr. Bailey, and I'm not going to get into exactly like everything. I don't feel the need to share with everyone the details of my health and my blood levels and all this stuff, but I've been working with Dr. Bailey, working with some different doctors and endocrinologists, and it's been really good to actually work with knowledgeable people who are looking at my blood work. So I would encourage all of you guys, especially, I mean, anyone, for your general health, get your hormone levels checked out, your estrogen, your testosterone, your thyroid, your T3, your T4, your TSH, your estradiol, women, and men, estrogen and testosterone levels, your FSH, FSH, LH, all those different hormones, your vitamin D, get those tested, and especially if it's covered by insurance, run with it and go get that done, because blood work is expensive. I usually pay out of pocket, because my health insurance is not the best. Anyways, entrepreneurial life. That's kind of the name of the game. If you're an entrepreneur, your health insurance is not that good. But I'm blessed to have a little bit of, some health insurance, so it helps cover some things. But anyways, so get that stuff tested out, get expert opinions, get back to consistent training and nutrition. I was literally paralysis by analysis. And I finally got back to training. I started working with my friend Bryce. He started just programming me, because I'm a coach, but I can't coach myself. I can never be objective with myself. I've never been able to do my own preps. I've never been able to do my own nutrition. Well, I do my own nutrition now, but my own training, I'm just not good at that, because I'm never objective with myself, and I need a program to follow and someone to be accountable with. I started to actually talk to people that are my friends, that care about me, that I know about what was going on mentally. I was just in this mental funk where I was like, what's wrong with me? I was getting some misinformation. Get good people in your corner who are knowledgeable, who are actually giving you advice based on sound principles, and who care about you as a person and not just what you can offer them. And I started to get back to just also trusting in God and like, okay, what am I learning from this process? From this process, man, the biggest takeaway is that no matter what highs you have, maybe last year, coming off 2 world titles, you can still experience lows, but just because you experience lows doesn't mean you can get back in the game again. It can, this too shall pass, and you can get right back into it. And, I'll be the first to admit, like, I hope this can be an example for some other people. Like, you can go through difficult times, and I do myself. Like, people are like, oh, do you ever struggle with motivation, with feeling like you don't want to work out? Yes. Earlier this year, it was like the biggest funk I have been in probably 3 years or 4 years. I felt emotionally drained. I felt mentally drained, especially when you're getting kind of like all these things thrown at you and like you're like, what's going on? And you're just not like yourself. That's how I was feeling. And so I just got back on it one step at a time. And if you talk to Bryce, my friend, like he'll tell you, like, it literally was just like day by day. I had a conversation with him. I vividly remember this conversation. I was like, you know what? I don't know exactly what's going on right now with my mental, with my physical, because I was still like getting some blood work done and things are great now. And so I'm healthy, really healthy, and which is such a huge relief and an answer to prayer. And anyway, so I talked to Bryce and it was like, you know what? I don't really know exactly. I can't know everything. You can't know everything that's going on at all times. We're not all knowing. We're not God, right? So that's why we rely on other people who are experts, maybe in a certain field. And that's why we also rely on the Holy Spirit that lives within me to help me in times of need, and also, just praying. And anyways, so I was talking to Bryce and I was like, I can't control everything. I can't, but I can take one step in front of the other, and I can get back on my training. I can get back on my nutrition. So I started to be more consistent. And guess what? So I had a DEXA scan done then. I know there's margin of error, whatever, but you can see my DEXA scan that I posted. I posted it on Instagram if you scroll through some of my posts. In the course of about 8 to 10 weeks or so, my body composition improved. I lost 2% body fat. I gained lean body mass, and I lost fat mostly in my abdominal area, and I maintained fat in my legs, which is good. I don't want my legs to be any leaner. Maintained fat in my arms, but it was mostly like my core, my abdominal area, which is an indication that like my body is, it's in a healthier state. I'm no longer storing as much fat around my abdominals, which can be an indication of high cortisol, indication of hormones being a little wonky post-show. I just had to give myself time. My body composition improved. I gained back some of that lean body mass that I was struggling to hang on to, and I just wasn't motivated in the gym. And I'm back hitting close to body weight PRs. Yesterday I hit 365 on deadlift for a double, and I'm weighing about 148 pounds, that's like really close to my all-time best. I benched 150 for triples at this body weight. After having a shoulder injury for a while, and I'm squatting 330 for triples. So comment below. Do you guys want to see training on here? What do you guys want to see? Because I'm feeling better. I'm out of this funk. I'm feeling more motivated. I've been doing seminars. So I went to South Dakota. I did a seminar. I've been training more people in person. I'm feeling very blessed that I went through this time, because it's given me a perspective and an appreciation of like what I'm able to do now. So comment below. What do you guys want to see? I want to get back on here a bit more. And I also just want to be able to help others and make a difference. So that's why I really want to be here. So that's my little summary. I also did an Instagram live the other day training, and it was super fun. Got some questions, so let me know if you guys like that. Follow me on Instagram, because that's where I do some of those live videos. And comment below, and I'd love to hear from you guys. And comment below what you guys have been up to these past 2 months. Something good, share with me, and I'd love to read about it. So, all right, I will talk to you guys soon.